Hello and welcome to SteveKnows. It's the weekend news update and I want to go over some newly announced games, Meta's new headset Tease, and some Injector mod news, and of course, so much more. So I think that is enough chin-wagging. Let's get started. But first, a word from the sponsor, a chance for you guys to win a Quest 3. There is just a couple of weeks left for your chance to win and get involved in some social VR gaming. So SideQuest is the largest content platform for standalone VR, and they have developed a game called Banter and are offering a Quest 3 giveaway every single week up until Christmas. If you've not heard of SideQuest, get involved. It gives you access to thousands of free games and unique experimental VR content. Titles like Gorilla Tag started there. So this game Banter is described as a mix of Bone Lab and virtual reality chat as a social VR platform to play games, explore worlds, and hang out with your friends. And it isn't just a VR title, there is also a 2D client available on Steam if you don't want to be in a headset all day, every day, to give you the best chance to win a Quest 3, because all you have to do is be playing the game at the point of the draw. Every week, someone who is playing the game will win a Quest 3. So I'll link everything you need to know down below in the description. You can get a free game and a chance to win a Quest 3. So we're going to start off with a render of Meta's Mirror Lake headset, which you may have seen before. It was a very early prototype when they first showed it off, because this headset projects imagery of your eyes. They were not previously aligned, so the eyes looked like they were further away from your head and it just looked rather freaky. But this new reveal looks to fix that. So to other people, it looks as if you're actually looking at them and interacting with them, when in fact it's actually a reverse pass-through, and this is achieved using eye tracking. Something very similar to this was seen on the Apple Pro headset, but granted, Meta did show off their prototype ages before Apple actually released and showcased anything. But this new render, there is speculation going on that this is a potential for a Quest Pro 2. But to be clear, what we see here is actually not a finished product, but a render of the technology. But this feature seems like it should be a standard if Meta are trying to compete with Apple, but they need to put it at a lower price point. But a functioning prototype of this product has not been created yet. They are apparently years off creating this, which means they're years off competing at the level of Apple, which is kind of crazy when Meta have been pushing this industry. And I'm kind of glad, because if you look really closely, the way that these goggles sit on your head, they sit on your cheekbones. That looks like a recipe to turn you into the Emperor. No thank you. There are also a few games that I need to touch on that were recently announced during the Upload Winter Showcase, and the first is Swarm 2. You may remember this title, especially if you've been on this channel before, because Mateo311 and myself, we teamed up and were community leads for this game, and it was a fantastic experience. We absolutely adored the first title. So now a trailer for a sequel has dropped, showing off new game modes, where it looks like you're actually traversing through and across maps, which is rather exciting, because this game easily, hands down, has the best swinging grappling mechanic I have ever tried in VR. The levels look more detailed, the design looks more interesting, there's cooler boss fights, and of course new weaponry. The release of this though is March the 7th, so it's a little while away, with a pre-order discount available if you know you want to get the first title. You can enjoy Swarm 1 up until then, which is actually currently a MetaQuest Plus title, so for the monthly fee of around $8 or £8, you can play this game for the month for a cheaper price than actually buying it, but then at least you'd own it. Sort of. Just if you want to dip your toe in for the cheapest price possible. There was also an announcement for a sequel to a cooperative VR shooter, Zero Caliber. This is from X-Real Games. So they announced a sequel to this game, which should provide a new cooperative campaign to enjoy in 2024 for PC VR and Quest. The teaser trailer though, although it was brief, it did give some really interesting mechanics away and what looks to be a really fun, action-packed experience, such as the shot of the Winterlands where you shoot a rock, you see it fall, and then you see that you have to climb the rock face. There's other clips that you're shooting in a moving vehicle. You're trying to leap across a huge gap with your ice pick while the snow falls beneath you. I think they've done a really good job of the teaser trailer, because now I'm interested to see more of this game. But now I've got to touch on one more thing, one quick thing, because this game is huge. I do want to mention, because of the love and hype for Green Hell VR. This is a survival game where you're stranded in the Amazon jungle, and it's finally revealed its cooperative gameplay trailer, so you and 3 other friends can survive together in Green Hell. And now it's like a community-driven survival experience. I find this so cool. I don't know many other VR experiences that offer this style of play, the level of detail, the complex mechanics of this title, but cooperatively with friends. I think this is so freaking cool. It actually looks brilliant. Great, fantastic update to bring new life into this title that's been released for a little while already. There are actually a ton of games announced in the Winter Showcase though. You could do a whole dedicated video on it, so I will link the article down below. You can just scroll through. It lists all the games with a gameplay trailer for you to check out if you're interested. Now, something that kind of saddened me is, I just want to touch on this, is that the Best VR and AR Game Awards category, everything that was up for nominations for the VR Awards, every title was from Sony for the PlayStation VR 2. I have no words, just let that sink in. Do better, take inspiration from how those games are constructed. It must be the money that's backed. They've got all that money backing it, it's got to be. Now, something that's so incredibly exciting around the Unreal Engine Injector mod. So Flat2VR tweeted out a document that they're using to keep track of all of the games that they have tested in the Unreal Engine Injector modifier that's going to turn your flat screen experiences into VR ones. And with the reception of the recent Resident Evil 4 VR mode dropping, it's so clear that converting our loved experiences into VR experiences is still the way to go to bring hype and excitement to more people. So I will link this document down below in the description. So go to the useful information page first. You'll see what these ratings mean. So you want to look for A and B in the ratings list. And what this means is, out of the box using this injector mod with little to no configuration adjustments, the games play brilliantly in VR. Also, there's a section where I do also want to thank the devs and the testers down below, and feel free to support them and donate to PreyDog, who's actually creating this. So the testing log is the detailed information of each game that was tested. It's got this nice color-coded view where all of the games that are A and B rated are colored green. So look through that list, see what games are currently tested and how well they perform for you to play your flat screen games in VR. I'm so excited for this to drop. Now, this is a mad story. We have ascended. We had Russians creating VR goggles for cows so they would produce more milk. We now have VR goggles for mice. This is so scientists can study the brain activity of mice in certain situations that is rather expensive to normally set up. So the article quotes, taking rodent neuroscience closer to the Matrix, and I just had such a chuckle to myself. So they put this headset on these mice, and then they put them on a treadmill, showing them things like being attacked by an owl and see how they react. It's cruel, it's interesting, and it's just such an amusing way to see this tech being used. Also want to touch on Asgard's Wrath 2. If you want to check out my first impressions video of this game, I will link it down below in the description. Check it out after this video, because this game is truly incredible to be on a standalone system. It's breathtaking, and you do get this game for free with an order of the Quest 3 until January the 27th, I believe. But you do have to activate this game once you get the headset. So once you've got the headset, don't leave it too long before you activate and get this title, otherwise you will lose it. But this game is completely mind-blowing. It is really great to see that what can happen when you have first-party investment from Meta, when they've got all that bank to push into an incredible game with 134 hours of gameplay. What? So yeah, check out that video if you're interested. And that is it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Check out my review. Get the quest while the offer is on. Join Banter and get playing to potentially win a Quest 3, which means you'll also get Asgard's Wrath 2 if you win. Subscribe to the channel. Join me for next time. Have a great week. A Merry freaking Christmas and holiday season to you. Happy gaming. Good day.